everybody, welcome back. I am the Sovereign and this is my court. If this is your first time in attendance, hello, please consider hitting the subscribe button before you leave our kingdom. Welcome to another edition of the Court Council, and this is like a rewind, redo, like rehash of what we just talked about, because clearly David Dobrik heard the outcry of the internet and he came back quick, fast, and in a hurry, didn't he? David Dobrik came back real fast when he heard what the internet had to say about his 2-minute apology. So we're here to re-talk about his re-apology. If this is your first time, by the way, consider hitting the subscribe button. You know, we have fun here. I don't know if I already said that or not. My brain is like, there's so many videos I'm making today, but David Dobrik, like I said, he heard what everybody had to say, and what everybody had to say was BS. The internet collectively called BS on David Dobrik's apology because it was. He didn't even put it on his main channel. He was non-specific, short, as if you thought you were about to skate with that, David, because then that shows me that you're not really sorry. Like, you're not really sorry. You didn't seem to take it very seriously the first time, now did you? But he's taken it seriously now because David has lost numerous sponsors, backers, supporters. Like, he is being dropped. People are distancing themselves from David, and he's really feeling it. He is really feeling it now. And it might be too late, because now it seems like he's coming back to redo his apology because he's losing money. Because the first one didn't work, the one he thought, that's the one he really wanted to put out. That's the one he wanted to do. He's only forced to come back and redo it because people are not letting him slide with that. So it's impacting his pocketbook. He came back with, oh my God, the YouTuber apology. Like, y'all, he went straight YouTuber apology. He sat on the floor in a black hoodie. David, when I first saw, I was like, no, he didn't. If that's not the most, like, page for page, word by word, authentic YouTuber apology there ever was, like, that's the type of YouTuber apology people make fun of, you know, with the hoodie and everything, and you're on the floor, like, okay, but let me try to actually take his apology seriously. David came back and legitimately started to state things that he needed to apologize for. He talked about the friend Dom that he's distancing himself with, and talking about, I should have stepped in, I should have took accountability, I should have provided safety for everyone, and I shouldn't have discounted what people said when they told me, which he's right, and I'm happy he's saying this, but you're saying this now. You're saying this now because there's a gun to your head. So it's just like, I struggle to take it seriously because it seems like it's more forced than legitimate. He did give apologies to the women that were harmed, that had, you know, tried to reach out to him and talk to him. And he's saying, I'm leaving myself open to speak to anybody who wants to speak to me about this. And I haven't checked, but I'm pretty, like, it would be ridiculous if the comment section wasn't open on that video. I'm sure that it is, because it wasn't on the original one. He titled the original one, Let's Talk, and then closed down the comment section. And it's like, oh, so you don't mean it then. Like, you don't mean it then. You don't mean it then. And I'm not gonna say that David's apology doesn't seem contrite. Like, it does seem like it's kind of sincere, but what type of sincerity? Because now it seems like it's sincere because he's hurting. Before, he wasn't hurting, so he didn't care as much. But now that he's hurting, his career is hurting, his money, his sponsorships, it's actually impacting his life. Now he seems to care, and that makes me feel dirty. It feels dirty. It feels dirty. And like I said in previous videos, you guys know I tend to be the more forgiving type. I tend to be the person that wants to jump on the bandwagon and be like, yes, I forgive you. But it's hard. Because, like, when I did my idiot self, I tried to forgive Tana Mojo, and I'm like, let's give her a chance to do better. And Tana, like, I think she did good for all of a month, and then she was like, screw it, I'm a terrible person, and she gave up. Fine. At least she knows who she is now, and she's not lying about it. David, like, what Tana did, partying during a pandemic, like, that's disgusting and selfish and just gross, like, absolutely grotesque. Like, David profited and made fun over sexual assault. Like, both of these are, but David's is like a whole nother level. And that was like, he's a children's channel, like a child's channel, and then discounting what people had to say when that, like, oh my God, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. Like, legitimately, I look forward to seeing what goes on in the comment section, because my heart is torn. I tend to be like a soft-hearted person, and I want everybody to be happy, and I want to forgive people, but mentally I know how I am, and I know that I tend to be too nice, too forgiving. So mentally I'm like, I don't want to take that leap and just being like, woo, David's forgiven. Like, number one, there needs to be time. There needs to be some ramifications for his decisions and his choices. There needs to be some consequences that happen. He shouldn't be able to just get online and shed a tear. And like, it's not enough at this point. There do need to be consequences. I just don't know what those consequences should be. I don't know what those consequences should be. Like, do you guys think that David should be deplatformed? Because, like, one of the Paul brothers was deplatformed for his, showing a dead body in a forest. Like, this is bad. Like, this rises to the level where David being deplatformed would just be like, you made a joke out of sexual assault. Like, a woman being abused, dude. You laughed about it with your friends, and you knew it was, no, see, yeah. That's the thing that I'm processing this like live on camera. He knew it was wrong because he got on podcasts and he was on camera joking like, yep, we're all going to jail. We're all going to jail. Like, well, yeah, then you really, like, it's not a mistake. What you did was not a mistake. You knew it was wrong, but you thought it was funny and you thought you were going to get away with it. Nope, I can't. Now that I process this literally like in front of you guys, now that I'm like coming and really mulling it over in my head and having the thought process out loud, no, just no, dude, no. Because anybody with an ounce of sanity, my brother's 8, he would not sit there and laugh at a girl crying or being uncomfortable. Like, he wouldn't even, like, he's a child and he wouldn't do that. So David should know better. Like, this is actually pretty heinous now that I'm getting through the soft part of my heart to be like, oh, I need to forgive people. Now that I'm like getting over that, okay, that side of me needs to shut up. Because now that I'm getting down to the nitty gritty, no, you made a joke out of sexual and you knew it was bad and you high-fived your frat boy friends. I don't even know how he can come back from this at this point. Like, he deserves so many consequences. He deserves so much backlash. He deserves so much, like, and then you went out of your way to silence the women who tried to tell you, nah, dude. Especially, I'm sorry, this is a woman's empowerment channel. I love you men here who do support me, because there's a channel full of men, and I'm very happy that this is a channel full of men, because then I can go and ask the rest of my court. A lot of you are men, and I don't think you guys would have allowed this to happen. I don't think you men would have allowed behavior like David Dobrik. So me having the support of good men who know better, like, everybody here in my court, everybody here on my channel knows that we protect and uplift women, that's probably why I have so many men here, which you're good men. You are good men. You want to protect women. That's why you're here. You want to uplift women. You love women, okay? Like, and a lot of you guys are gay men, and you still have women's backs, which thank you. And David Dobrik, yeah, I can't. It's gonna take me some time, and it's gonna take a lot of effort on David Dobrik's part to win back, like, my respect. Because I didn't watch him before, I wasn't a follower before, but I don't have any respect for him right now. Especially after that lackluster first attempt at an apology. That was insulting. That was severely insulting. You put it on a second chance. Like, what? What, David? You really tried to skate away with this? No, I have no respect for David Dobrik. I'm sorry. No, I was going to say I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. Let him suffer. Let him suffer. In the comment section below, let me know what you think about the newest addition to the David Dobrik apology train. Like, what do you think? Just tell me what you think. I did see the whole his friend Jeff was over here lying on camera on H3's podcast, and him and Ethan and Trisha called him out point blank, had the receipts and the pictures. Like, even David's friends are still trying to get out of this instead of admitting what went down. And I'm like, as long as you guys are trying to get out of it, you're not admitting like your fault, your wrongdoing. So I can't, no. Nope, don't forgive you. Still don't forgive you. But still in the comment section below, let me know what you think. Is there anything else that I didn't mention that maybe you know? Do you know more tea than I do? Has more happened since I've made the video? Like, what is going on? What do you think David needs to do to get back in the good graces of the public? Or do you think he just like should be deplatformed? Because I've heard other YouTubers, they're just like, no, deplatformed, which I can't say they're wrong. I can't say they're wrong, especially the female YouTubers. Like, I really can't say they're wrong. I wouldn't defend David being deplatformed. You deplatform, you kind of deserve it at this point, but let me know what you think. Make sure you give the video a thumbs up. And if you are not a member of my court, please consider hitting the subscribe button. I would love to talk to you again. I love you and I will miss you, but you know I will be back in a future video.